Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are talking about foundations that are under $10. I am so excited to do this video because every single foundation sitting in front of me I can 100% back and I absolutely love them. And I think anyone with oily skin would love these. I will let you guys know at the beginning that I do have oily skin if you're new here on my channel and you don't know that about me. If you aren't new, you're probably like, girl, shut up, we know. But I do have oily skin, so that is something to be aware of, that a lot of these foundations will be geared towards oily skin because that's what I personally like. I do have two that I feel like even dry skin people will love. So don't write this video off completely if you do have dry skin, but like I said, they are more of a matte finish foundation. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, the first one I want to talk about, I recently mentioned in my March beauty favorites, and it is the Revlon Colorstay Combo to Oily Skin Foundation. I do wear the shade 150 Buff. It's pretty good for me. I am wearing it today, and I didn't have to lighten it or darken it. And they do have a version that is normal to dry, so if you are someone who does have dry skin, Revlon does make a formula for you. This is just a really nice foundation. It's full coverage. It offers a nice matte finish without looking cakey, and I can use it with a brush, I can use it with a beauty sponge, and I absolutely love it. And I would say in the last 18 months they recently put like a pump on it. Thank you, Revlon. It is amazing with a pump. And so yeah, I love this. Definitely recommend. It says it's 24-hour wear. I don't know about that because I don't really wear my foundation for 24 hours straight, but it does wear a really long time, and the coverage is great, the finish is great. I love this foundation so much. And the price on the Revlon one is $9.99 at Target, so it comes in just under $10. So if you're interested, definitely buy it at Target for under 10 bucks. I think at Ulta it's probably a little bit more expensive, or at like a CVS it might be more expensive. So if you have a coupon, you could buy it there, but at Target it is right under 10 bucks. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. I wear the shade 112 Natural Ivory in Maybelline foundations. This one also comes with a pump. It is newer on the market, I would say, and I think it was new like in January of this year. It does sell for $9.99 at Target, so it's the same price as the Revlon. And again, it's probably more expensive at Ulta or at like a CVS or a Walgreens, but at Target it is $9.99, so you can find it for under $10. And I love this. It offers such good coverage. I actually used this in my drugstore foundation routine that I posted here on my channel probably about like 6 weeks ago now. And it's just great. It offers such good coverage and it's nice satin finish. I think if you have dry skin, you might like this. I don't know if you'll love it. It depends, I think, on how maybe dry your skin is. But I think if you're normal to combo to oily, you will really like this foundation. Now me, I do have oily skin and it isn't like super mattifying, but it definitely is more on the matte side, more of like a matte satin finish. So it does last a long time on the face. I absolutely love it. And the coverage is just out of this world. So love this foundation. Alright, the next foundation I want to chat about is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this ranges anywhere from $5 to $6 depending on where you buy it. It might be closer to $5, it might be a little closer to $6, but again, that's typically the price range that I see this in. I do wear the shade Soft Ivory, and this foundation is so good. If you have oily skin, if you have dry skin, if you have normal, combo, anything, you will enjoy this foundation, I guarantee you. It offers, I would say, medium to full coverage. It's definitely buildable, but this is great for flash photography because it doesn't have any sort of SPF in it or flashbacks. It's absolutely wonderful, and it just makes your skin look perfected. It makes it look breathable and good. It doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of foundation when you are wearing this. So it's just a really good product, and I think for $5 or $6 it is awesome, and they have a really good shade range of this as well. Right, another Maybelline one I want to touch on. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. I do again wear the shade 112 Natural Ivory in this foundation as well. This does just come with a little pour bottle. It says it's for normal to oily skin, and I definitely agree. I think if you have normal, combo, oily, you will like this. Now, if you are more dry, they do have a dewy and smooth version of this, but again, this is a foundation that's not overly matte. I would say that the Superstay is very similar to this, but this offers a hair more coverage. But the finishes are really similar. It's more just of a nice skin-like finish. It's not overly matte. It's not overly cakey. So I really enjoy this. It's just a good standard liquid concealer foundation, and it ranges anywhere from $6 to $8 depending on where you buy it. The most expensive I've seen I think is like $7.99 and the cheapest is $5.99. So anywhere in between there. But I love this, and the shade range on this is outstanding. They have so many shades in the Fit Me line. I think you can find most of the shades at Walmart and Target stores, like the full line, and it's just beautiful. They have so many shades. I love it, and the finish is just so wonderful that I think anyone can wear this, and I love it. All right, who's counting on how many times I say I love it in this video? Anyone? Because I feel like that's what I'm talking about. Like, it always cracks me up in favorites videos or in top 10s where I'm like, I love it so much, or I'm obsessed. I'm like, duh, that's what this video is about. I swear, I annoy myself so much sometimes. Anywho, the next one, I was actually so surprised that I could find this for under $10 because typically I don't. I find it for like 11, 12, maybe even 13 bucks. But it is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Now, I know when this first came out, it was way more expensive, but I think now that it's been out, it's definitely kind of dropped in price. This is the shade 102 Shell Beige. And it does come in a squeeze bottle, and you can find it for $9.69 at Target. So it's a kind of a weird price, but $9.69. That's where you can find it at Target for under $10. It says it's a demi matte finish, and I 100% agree. It's a nice satin finish. It makes your skin look a little bit more matte, but not anything crazy. It's 24-hour wear, it says. Again, I don't wear my foundation that long, so I don't know, but it does last a really long time on my skin. I can make it through a work day without it breaking up and looking patchy. And the coverage on this is really nice. I would say it's medium, definitely buildable to full. It's so beautiful, and the shade 102 Shell Beige is really nice. The next foundation, this is probably the newest one to my collection, and it is from LA Girl, and it is the Pro Matte Foundation. You can find this for $8.99 at Ulta. I do have the shade Ivory. It's a little too light for me, but this does come with a pump, and it's so full coverage. It's so matte. It looks beautiful. This one, and then the one I'm going to talk about next, they are probably the most matte ones I am talking about. This is a little bit of a thicker foundation. It's not super liquidy. It has a little bit more of a mousse-like consistency to it. And that's typically how I know something is going to be really matte, when it has that mousse-like texture to it. And this one totally does. It is so beautiful, and I love the way it looks on the skin. It lasts a really long time, and it wears beautifully, and it just keeps me looking matte, and I love it. The next one I want to chat about is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. I do wear the shade 100 Ivory. This is an oldie but a goodie. I don't even know if you can find this everywhere Rimmel is sold anymore. I know I can still find it at Walmart and at Target though. And this ranges anywhere between like $5 to $7 depending on where you buy it. This says liquid mousse, and I 100% agree. It's definitely a more mousse-like foundation. The consistency is thicker. I will say this about this foundation. I like it better with the damp beauty sponge, because I feel like with that, it kind of picks up the excess product and almost makes it a little bit more, like a little thinner. Whereas if you use it with a brush, you can look a little cakey if you're not careful. This foundation is full coverage. It takes the smallest amount. You don't want to overdo it, because if you do, you will look cakey. But if you are someone who has really oily skin, this foundation is so good. It keeps you matte. It keeps me matte all day long. I don't even have to powder. It's amazing. It doesn't feel really heavy on the skin, but you can tell it covers. It covers. It keeps you matte. It's just really, really pretty, and it lasts so long on the skin. So, and for it being so cheap, I mean, you can't beat it. I love this. All right, the next one I want to chat about is from LA Colors, and this is their Truly Matte Long-Wearing High Pigment Foundation in the shade Porcelain. It is too light for me, so I have to darken this one as well. It comes with a pump. You can find this for $6 on the Shop Hush app or the LA Colors website, and it is really, really nice. It's not overly matte. I would say that the LA Girl Pro Matte is definitely more matte than the LA Colors version. This is just a little bit more of a natural demi-matte kind of finish, but the coverage on this is wonderful. I mean, for it being $6, it's outstanding. I just love it. It's so, so good. The coverage is great, it wears a long time, and it just looks really beautiful on the skin, and I love it. So definitely recommend that one. All right, the last two I want to chat about are from CoverGirl, and one is actually a BB cream, and it ranges anywhere from like $7 to $8 depending on where you buy it, and it is the Clean Matte BB Cream for oily skin. I have loved this ever since it came out. This is, I think, my second or third one. I do wear the shade 510 Fair. I do like this more with a brush. What I love about this foundation is, or this BB cream, is that it acts like a foundation. The coverage is foundation level, but it's so thin that you don't feel like you're wearing a foundation. You feel like you're wearing a BB cream. And it also kind of has like a liquid to powder finish. So it's very liquidy when you're putting it on, but it dries and it looks like you've powdered. It's so crazy the way this works because it really does keep me matte. I just love this so much. It's oil-free, it won't clog your pores, and like I said, it just feels really, really light on the skin, but it still offers you a lot of coverage and keeps you matte. So love this so much. All right, last but not least, I want to touch on this foundation. Now, I think this is probably the most dewy one I am talking about. And this is the CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir Foundation. This ranges anywhere from under $10 to just a little bit over. You can find this for $9.69 at Target stores. So it's kind of like the L'Oreal Infallible. They're the same price, but this one, I do have the shade Classic Ivory 710, and it comes with a pump. The packaging is so beautiful. This foundation is great. It offers a lot of coverage, but it makes your skin look so beautiful and healthy. And I will say, for me, a powder is always a must, but for this, it is definitely a must. And because of my oily skin, and I do like a more matte finish, I have to powder with this, but it is just beautiful. It makes my skin look so healthy, not glowy. Like, there's not shimmer in it, but it's definitely just healthy looking. It's so great. I love this, and especially for the winter time when my skin goes just a little bit more dry. I don't have dry skin by any means, but it's just a little bit more dry. This just makes everything look better. So I love this foundation, and again, if you have dry skin, I think you will love this, even if, you know, this video is mainly geared towards oily skin. This foundation, if you have dry skin, oily skin, this is going to be for you. It's amazing. All right, you guys, so that is it for my top 10 under 10 foundation edition. I'm currently working on my lipstick list, so be on the lookout for that video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.